Do you want to stop paying federal and state income taxes legally? If you do, please watch my video. So few people have ever heard of the Spendthrift Trust. It's legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and on April 4th of 2020, my CPA called to say congratulations. I had wholesaled 7 bank-owned houses in 2019. My tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and middle of COVID, I all of a sudden owed $94,000 in taxes. I had $50,000 saved, and his solution was set up an appointment with him, get on a payment plan, pay penalties and interest. My solution? Research how the rich save taxes. Personally, I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has over 400 people under the same EIN number. Well, if the Rockefellers could save taxes, why couldn't Sally save taxes? It took me 5 months to start both my business and my Beneficial Spendthrift Trust in September of 2020. The gentleman who sold me my trust, I said to him, I want to teach my real estate group to other investors how they can stop paying capital gains when they sell something at a profit, stop paying dividend income taxes if they're in the stock market, stop paying interest income taxes if they're a passive investor, stop paying rental income taxes if they're a real estate investor, and stop paying royalty income taxes if they have talent or NFTs. I started teaching a mastermind for 18 months. The gentleman who that I was working with, I had called him on a Thursday to say, hey, I need something emailed to me. He's like, I'll get it on it. When I didn't hear from him by Tuesday, I called his cell phone number. A woman answered to say, unfortunately, he died of appendicitis in the hospital on Saturday. Wow, I thought my cash cow was gone. 2 days later, the law firm calls me and says, hey, Sally, you've sold 14 trusts so far. We want to make you a direct affiliate of the law firm. The law firm I work on behalf of was started by a Harvard law professor 78 years ago. He wrote 5 specific trusts to save money. I just told you about the Beneficial Trust. I'm going to talk about the Business Trust in just a second. In 78 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. Now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm, and they're so confident in what they do. If you get questioned by the IRS, they will defend you free of charge. It's happened once only. It was a Beneficial Spendthrift Trust. A senior IRS agent was questioning about dividend income taxes. He went down to the law firm in Texas, spent 5 hours in a boardroom, approved the trust, and then 2 weeks later, he sends an unsolicited letter back to the law firm showing how he approved this. We call it the Myers letter. If you want a copy of this letter, please leave me your email address in the chats or whatever, and I'll send it to you. He then retired from the IRS after 27 years as an IRS agent, and then he went back through all the people he talked to tell them about either the Business Trust to stop paying federal and state income taxes, or the Beneficial Trust to stop paying taxes on profits. So let's switch gears. The Business Trust is usually for business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, professionals, people in trades, or self-employed. The people who make 1099 income. Unfortunately, I can't help W-2 income earners, but Google says 35% of W-2 income earners have a side hustle. I was that. Back in 2019, I was working as a Medicare broker, and I wholesaled 7 bank-owned properties nationwide. That was my side hustle. But if you have to be making 1099 income, you're working for yourself. If you make at least $100,000 in 1099 income, I guarantee no matter where you live in the United States or how you file your taxes, I will save you 5 figures in taxes. The more you make, the more you save. There's 4 ways to file. Single is the most expensive way. Then there's head of household. You're divorced with children 18 or younger in your household. Married filing separately, or married filing jointly. That's the cheapest way. I know this sounds confusing, so if you want to find out how much you could be saving, please set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me at www.thetrustisyou.com. The link is in my profile. My example today is a husband and wife who contacted me back in 2024. They are real estate brokers, and in 2024, they told me they made $270,000. I don't know if that's gone up since then or gone down since then, but I used the same numbers to put it in 2026 taxes. For the full year of 2026, they get to save $75,106. That's their money to put back into their brokerage business, pay off their mortgage, buy a new vehicle, take their family on a well-deserved vacation. They have their two children are grown and outside of the house, and now they have 4 grandchildren. They can set up college funds for the grandkids. They can give to their favorite charity or save for retirement. Now, this breaks down so you know how it works. For federal income taxes, they're saving $49,996. And for California state income taxes, they're saving an additional $25,110. Now, they have the Spendthrift Trust for more than 2 years now. But if they started in July of 2026, they would save $6,258 in July. In August, they would save $6,258 in August. Again, in September, another $6,258. In October, $6,258, and so on. I don't care which trust you look at or if you need both. I do have both the business and beneficial trust because I do have 3 online businesses. But all the trusts are going to save you federal and state income taxes year after year, generation after generation. You're going to leave a legacy. Who doesn't want to do that? It's going to keep your information completely private. When I started my beneficial trust, I shut down 8 LLCs for 8 notes that I had. Do you realize anyone can go online to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission 24/7 and research an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp online, either by your name or by the LLC's name? 40% of LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps get sued every year. The Spendthrift Trust is on the federal level, not on the state level, so you don't need that. Talking about lawsuits. All lawsuits become frivolous and go away. Think of how much time, anxiety, and worry and money just goes out the door. And the fourth way, if you're 65 or older, it will do away with the IRMA surcharge on Parts B and D of Medicare. They just came out with the numbers for 2026. If you're single and make $109,000 or more, or if you're married and make more than $218,000, you're going to be paying a premium on Parts B and D if you don't have the Spendthrift Trust. Every October, the IRS goes back 2 years, so they're going to look at 2024 tax returns, 1040 tax returns, and they're going to check to see if their supercomputers are going to add everything together. How much you make from Social Security, how much you make in pensions, how much you make from wages. Did you do a 401k withdrawal? Did you do a SEP withdrawal? Do you have capital gains taxes, interest income taxes, dividend income taxes, rental income taxes, or royalty income taxes, and add it all together? The IRS says 3.5 million seniors in the United States pay the surcharge on Medicare's Part B and D. I have a solution for that. Again, I want to tell you, if you want to stop paying federal and state income taxes, or no longer pay taxes on any of your profits when you're an investor, set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me at www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. This is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. I call it the secret of the rich. Now you know the secret of the rich. Start saving taxes just like the rich do. Have a beautiful day. Now you know the secret of the rich. Start saving taxes just like the rich do. Have a beautiful day.